Okay, quick Tuesday morning radar update. So, strong punch higher in the portfolio this morning, through all-time highs again. Big punch higher, I will say, this morning. We've got the DAX punching higher through the range, 250 small caps, FTSE 100 just bouncing off the lower range there. Not that the FTSE 100 is important to anything we do. Well, can the next celebrity top caller please step forward and show your face, please? We'll see who's going to call the topic. Well, we know we've got a pretty good idea, but all the way up in every bull market, people will call the top in it. The job is to let the market, tell us when the top is, through price action, through trailing us out of our winning stocks and compounding the gains. That's the sensible way of doing it for my style anyway. Moving on, quick look through the commodities. We're up a bit on the commodities. They're bumbling around all over the show, aren't they? They've just not been in play recently. Currencies, let's go and have a look at Bitcoin. I know I'm delayed, it's just kind of flagging out mid-range there. TLT looks like it's expected to gap higher. We'll see how that opens. And what's the dollar been doing? The commodities are getting a pop as the dollar coils up here. There could be an inflection point ahead, couldn't there? As soon as we see a baseline to the bull side on this, the middle of the base is potentially in. The reality is it could be going sideways for months, could be going sideways for years. Who knows? But yeah, I wouldn't bet on that. But there is just the potential for an inflection point. So reverse vol base on the cable. Let's just jump into the volume leaders. Fantastic moves this morning in some of the stocks I'm riding. I will put in, it is 10 past 10. We should have traded about 25% to be on average volume. That will be about 38% to be on conviction. A lot on volume this morning. Let's just have a look. We've got some financials in there. We've got REITs in there. We've got a healthy mix of other things. I'm going to fly through these. TIFs, potential right side of base, as we talked about it. We saw it on Friday. Fever Tree's just not in play. It's been going sideways for, what's that, 18 months or something? Who knows? But, growth is ticking up, but it's not the stock it used to be. I won't bang on about that. VLX, extremely good action there. Extremely good action. I will always just put the clause in there. I do not strangle. I ride primary trends in these things, and they swing up and down. I saw someone saying that 5, 10, 15% pullbacks are big pullbacks on an investing time frame last week. Scratch my head with that, because I've never seen a good trend not have anything smaller than 15-20% pullback. It's just you're looking for unicorns if you can't soak up a little bit of vol. You've got to be able, if you're riding trends, you've got to soak up a threshold of volatility, and the good thing is you get to decide. So let's just buzz through these and get into small caps. I know I'm riding a few out of these. The AIM 100. I'm just going to have a quick visual through here, looking for areas of interest, obviously. Lion Trust, it was a fantastic base on Lion Trust, in the little base on the base. But the reality is, this is investing in the stocks we're riding. you know, this has got half the volatility, half the profit potential. But if you're on a slower sort of drip feed methodology, you know, you're probably going to do better with slower moving trends. Well, it's, you know, it's going to help you get on board them earlier, but no, I'm after the aggressive stuff, so I tend to not do business in those. I have to apologise for the extremely squeaky chair these days. I think something's loose in it. CCC, you know, another kind of mature growth stock, real sloth-like movement in this one, and that's why I tend to avoid it. It doesn't matter what the price is doing. I'm just after faster vehicles. LUCE, obviously I'm riding this one, and it's doing fantastic for us. Moving on into the small caps. I've already forgotten what we should have been trading. I'll put, what was it? Oh, that won't work, will it? So 25% in the small caps. Step Cement, I'll just quickly go past that one because we talked about that one on Friday. I've dropped that into the chat as well, the info on STCM. TLY right side of potential, reverse vol base. This is a POS, it's a lose more scenario as well. No forward on any of these next ones, but in POS, industrial metals and mining is moving today in the small caps. Excuse me. LTHM, obviously you can see the plan on that one. I'm not riding it myself. DX Group, obviously, you know, it's kind of been as we say, let the technicals catch up with the price action. You know, stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, stage 4, you know, trend mode for anyone at trading bases, that one. Riding out the potential of an outlier, I suppose. It's the way to see that. Quickly buzz through these. BKS, obviously, I've talked in depth on my positioning on this one. I've added to it twice, so I've taken an initial position and I've added twice already. So dropped a video on this one. It's a bit of an angry snake for my likings, and it's also a recovery. It's the old, there's so many good stocks out there what are trading towards, you know, accelerating growth. Doing a little bit of sort of bottom feeding for these recovery prospects. You know, you can miss a whole bull market sat in recovery stocks and they don't respond. So I'd rather be in things what are responding now. And yeah, there are going to be some good ones what take off, but if it is going to be a stock what starts posting meaningful sort of growth, it will keep hitting the screens. That is the reality on these things, and I've just covered that one for Matthew in the chat. In my opinion, you know, when I've got free capital, I will have a nibble at this, nibble at that, whatever. But in my opinion, a good stock will give multiple opportunities in the future if it is going to be a good stock from my setups as well, from where I get on board. So news days tend to be noise days. Let the smoke settle and all the beating of the pump. Let the pump machine run out of steam, and then see how the price action responds is probably the better way if you do have a different entry day from me. I tend to just trade my own entries. Okay, we'll leave it there. Cheers all.